Well, I have to tell you this too because so I did back in '03, 4, 5, and I think I told you before I've owned a martial arts school, been in martial arts my whole life, and I ran an MMA promotion, a mixed martial arts promotion called the High Octane Fighting Championship, and we started it here. And I got a wrestling guy that built me a cage. Originally, it was a ring. I had a ring, and you're talking about making the light. I had to fabricate lights, whole deal. And we did a full promotion, and we would go outside of this area too. It ended up doing 4 different states and was fairly successful. We did like 40 shows. The problem I was having in the beginning, though, is there was not many people, and I'm sorry about these mics. We got new mics, and the stands aren't strong enough to hold them. So.
Oh, there you go.
But anyway.
The mic's good, but you're right.
Yeah, the stand's not. The problem was I didn't have fighters to fuel the fights because at the time MMA wasn't like it is now.
Right.
Anyway, so I started doing stuff to fill the card to try to keep people coming as a promoter. And so one of the shows here in Covington, I did, I had I think it was during the halftime, part-time, whatever, the break we had, the intermission, we had Bill Dundee, and he was going to wrestle Flying Brian Collins, who's from Covington. Okay. And he's been he was back in the day, I think, a heel sometimes with you guys. But anyway, I didn't know any of you guys. I didn't know people in the wrestling community. Got to know Bill briefly. And had communications with him. So he shows up he shows up to the thing, and I set up the match, and there was some funny stuff beforehand. Like, for instance, I was the referee, the announcer, the promoter, the whole deal, right? And so I would be in the ring, and I kept trying to announce him to come out, and he wouldn't come out.
Who, Bill?
Yeah. But I hadn't been back to see him yet. Okay. And so he thought I was stiffing him on the money. Oh. So I go back.
He wanted to be paid before he wrestled?
He did. So I did. I went back there, and he had several women with him, and I paid him. And so anyway, they come out, and this was like a highlight. Before meeting you, this was like a highlight to me, right? So I'm in the ring as the referee because there was nobody else to be the referee, and it was Flying by Brian Collins and Bill Dundee. So they're wrestling, and Collins got knocked out of the ring somehow. And an opposing coach of another team that kind of didn't like me threw a chair into the ring just as a joke, like, oh, it's wrestling, threw a chair in.
Yeah.
So Bill picks the chair up. Well, I do a jump kick and knock it out of his hands. And he looks at me, and I see his eyes because then he knows that I know how to do something.
Yeah.
And then he goes, do it again. So he picks it up and comes at me again, and I hit it again. And then everybody reacts as they knew me around here, so it was kind of a big deal. And he started then playing on the ref instead of me. But it was really interesting because I had never considered how that's done right then, how he works through all of it at the time. And it was great.